What's up everyone and welcome to the club. Today we're creating a portrait illustration of Knuckles from Sonic the Hedgehog. For this lesson I have some plain white paper and I'll be drawing with this 0.7mm mechanical pencil with a 2B graphite stick. We want to begin today's lesson by blocking out the basic shape of our head before we get into the details. Let's start by sketching a line coming down the center of our page. So start at the very top in the middle. Just going to slowly work our way down towards the bottom using these short lines. Now let's go back to the center and draw another line going across from left to right. Now I'm going to be using these two lines to help us create a circle in the center of our page to define the size of the head. So I found that center point, let's move up. Just going to mark off the top of our circle right about here. Let's measure that distance from the center down towards the bottom. And then we'll repeat that across this horizontal line. So measuring the distance from the center down towards the left and then the right side. Now I want to connect the center point of each mark with a curve to create our circle. So we'll start with the top left and we just want to rub this in. The circle doesn't have to be perfect. We're just using this as reference all the way around. Now with the head, we want to give it a slight tilt down towards the left. So from the center of our circle, we're just going to angle this line coming down and across. Let's extend that up and out towards the top right. We're also going to be turning the head over towards the left side. So let's connect the top of our circle and the bottom with a slight curve going out towards the left and then down towards the bottom. And this is the center seam of the face. Now I want to start blocking out the eyes. Let's leave a gap in between that center line. Let's move over towards the right, bend this up, and then across towards the top right of the eye. Bend this down and then in towards that center line. Let's go back to that center seam, move over towards the left, bend the eye going up and then out. And from the outside, I'm going to bend this down and then in. Let's follow this line all the way past the side of our circle. It's going to curve the beak coming down and then in towards the bottom of our circle. And then on the end, we're just going to separate the tip of the nose with a curve. Let's go back to the bottom right side of the eye. We're going to fold the cheek on top. We're going to step down, curve around, go all the way around towards the outside of our circle and just blend that in. Let's add that first spike going across the cheek. Let's start from the top corner of the eye, then it's around the cheek, come down and then in, taper this out past the side of the cheek and then up. Let's add the mouth in this area. We're going to start from the top, then it's down, and then come across toward that center line. I'm also going to add a bracket across the corner of the mouth. Now going back on top of the left eye, we're going to add that fold across the brow. Starting from the side of the eye, we're going to go around, come in, and then down. Let's move over on top of the right eye, add that fold, going all the way across and then up. Let's pull the pupils and iris towards the right side. So on the left, I'm just going to fold this underneath the brow, coming in with a curve. Let's go all the way over and draw an oval, going up and then down. Just going to tuck that in behind the cheek. Now there's 3 more spikes coming down the side of the head. Let's start on the bottom, come down and in to right about there. It's going to go all the way around and then pull that up. Let's add another one. From the side, come down and in, go all the way around and then back up and in. Now there's a short one along the side. So we're going to come down, pull this all the way around and then up. Now I want to build out the top of the head. Starting on top of the brow, I'm just going to curve this up and then across, bend this across and then up towards a point, right about there. I just want to blend this out towards the side, towards that last spike. Let's add a couple more spikes in behind the head. We're going to start down here, come down and out, bend that back in underneath the head. Let's layer one more, stepping down, come down, and then go up. Now that we have the basic shape of the head, we're just going to clean this up by erasing some of these guidelines. Now we want to use this rough sketch as a guide to help us modify the shape and add some more detail. Now I like to start with the eyes. We're going to start with that fold in the center, starting in the middle, in between the eyes. We're going to come down. It's going to round out the brow, going up towards the right. Go up towards the top of the eye, and then out. Now it's going to extend the side of the eye, coming around and then in towards the cheek. Let's darken up the iris along the outside. Just going to trace that on the inside for the pupil. Add a small highlight circle along the top. And it's going to roughly shade in the inside of the pupil. Just going to tuck the cheek in behind that spike. Just round out the top of the muzzle, coming in. Just round out the top of the nose, going out towards the tip. And we'll just work our way down towards the chin. Work our way across the left eye, bending this out. Tuck the eye in behind. Just enhance that fold. Just going to raise the top point a little bit higher on the back, come all the way around the side. Let's go back and clean up our drawing again before we add in some contrast. And once we're happy with our sketch, we're going to go in and start darkening up our contours. We're going to start from the tip of the nose, and I'm also adding some thick and thin lines. So adding some weight across the bottom with that thicker line, and then tapering it out towards the point. With the nose, we're going to add a small oval along the top for highlight, and we'll darken the outside going around that highlight. let's go back and just do one final cleanup before we add in our shadows. I'm just going to lightly shade in the outside of the iris using the side edge of a pencil. And also adding a subtle shadow across the bottom of the chin. So we're just going to darken up the bottom and then fade that up. And that first spike is going to cast a shadow across the face. So it's going to darken up the side and then blend that out. Now once we're finished adding in our shadows, we'll be sure to sign our artwork, and that's pretty much it. There's a portrait illustration of Knuckles from Sonic the Hedgehog. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please make sure you subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single day. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.